Alright, welcome back to the SuperCoach NFL channel. In this video, we're going to review Week 15 of the 2025 NFL SuperCoach season, as well as preview Week 16. So Week 15 was an okay week. 542 was good enough for top 8% for the week. Slight green arrow up 14 spots, just outside the top 500 currently, but that is top 2% overall. So not doing too bad. I guess a couple of things you might notice there on the front page is we've got no trades left, so I'll do my best to go through the last couple of weeks as we go through the team. So this week we had Josh Allen as the VC. He scored 48, which was pretty decent. Shador, after his massive game last week or the week before, week 14, against Tennessee, crashing back to earth a bit with the 12. Should still have a nice break even this week. I did see he's very popular on the trade outs list, but I would hold another week if you can. Obviously, if you need to make that last move in your team and you need that cash, understandable. Jameer Gibbs. So a couple weeks ago, we bit the bullet and we bought in Gibbs. He was getting away from us. We were sliding down the overall. I know a couple of weeks ago, a mate of mine was asking about if I can finish in the top 100. I didn't have Gibbs at the time, so the answer was no. Got him in last week, scored well with 60 odd, but this week just a 15. Which was kind of handy as well because I was up against him in my redraft league, so take the rough with the smooth. CMC with the 29 was okay. Jonathan Taylor with the 22 was okay. Bijan was the star this week in the running back room with 50. We had Jacobs on the bench for a 43, so that was a bit unlucky. We've got probably the top 5 running backs. So one is going to miss out each week, and it's more likely than not going to be Jacobs. And then Blake Corum, we just brought in this week, last bit of cash out for Cobb Nungai. And he actually went all right with 26 and has made some more cash, but it's not much good to us anymore because we've got no trades. In the wide receiver room, JSN with the 29 was okay. Puka with 46 was awesome. St. Brown with 69 was off the charts. And then I guess the other trade that we did, not CeeDee Lamb, we already had him, 28. But we did trade in Devontae Adams as our last upgrade. Just thought, the touchdown upside was good, but looks like he's done himself a hamstring injury. Might not be back for the rest of the Supercoach season. I think Sean Newbay said week to week, but they never give you the full story straight up, so not anticipating him to be available. Jamar Chase with 36 was good. Pretty much the only one who did anything in that game for Cincinnati. Adonai Mitchell, so he was the downgrade we used to afford Jameer Gibbs a couple weeks ago. And he's been okay, 29 this week. And then Justin Jefferson still struggling to get the connection with JJ McCarthy. 6 points down to 6 mil in price. So I think he started at about 18. Yeah, so he's lost 11.6 mil. That's unreal. But yeah, we're out of trades anyway, so it doesn't matter. We'll just hold him. He'll probably play this week if Adams is out, so it's fine. Trey McBride, awesome, 62 points this week. And we played Harold Fannin. His connection with Shador seems pretty solid. No David Njoku there at the moment with injury. Only got a 16 this week, but was still better than Warren, who has Philip Rivers throwing him the rock. So 6 points this week for Warren. The kickers were pretty much the same. Luke with 12, Beauregard 14. Tampa's defense hasn't been as good as we'd hoped, bringing them in 4 points this week. Still better than -4 for New England, so we'll take that. And then I did captain Lamar. I thought against Cincinnati's defense, surely there's something. He did throw a couple of touchdown passes, but 31 and yeah, just hasn't been 100% fit. So yeah, probably the last time that you'll see this season in terms of captaincy. Uh, so in the game days, I had the bye in the first league this week, but missed out in the second league by 12 points. So 554 for Coos, Young Hose, Xander's team. So he had James Cook with a 59 was a great running back result. Nico Collins with a 44. So he was probably the one we should have targeted over Adams in hindsight, but that's fine. I had Patrick Mahomes with a 28, so hopefully you've got some trades in there to fix that up. Rashi Rice with 17 may be affected by the change of quarterback moving forward. Bowers with an 11. So I did have Phillies defense in my redraft league, and shutting out Vegas helped out a lot there. Captain Matt Golden. So I think that was meant to be a flex play that's gone wrong. Surely you wouldn't straight see Matt Golden, but yeah, Josh Allen as vice captain. So I think that's what's happened there. But fortunately, got away with it. He actually went all right, 28 points this week. Um, but top scorer in this league, close to Mahomes, I think, with a 581. Oh, hang on, I forgot about the guys on bye. So Drake may save us. Tim's team with the 607. So he had Bijan, Trey McBride, Josh Allen, Monra. Um, no, hang on, I've missed a few up the top here. So Captain CMC, Dallas Goddard with 44 was a good get. James Cook as well. So really solid scoring there. I just realised I didn't actually go into the first league to see who scored big there. So maybe Mitch's team. No. Oh, so Bianca's team we just looked at in both leagues. But Mitch's team, CD's nuts with a 569. VC'd Bijan and took that, which is nice. Had McBride, Amonra, Puka. But just solid contributions from, AJ Brown with the 22 was a difference. HM with the 31. Nice. So good work there, Mitch. Have a quick look at the other players that went well this week. So number one, Trevor Lawrence with an 88. I think he had 5 or 6 touchdown involvements this week. Kyle Pitts, all-time high output for him, 80 points. So yeah, massive if you had him in your redraft leagues and the like. And for the 6.5% that have had him this season, well done. Um, seen a few of them. Travis Etienne with 3 touchdowns, 59 points. Travion Henderson, I thought he only had one, but it was a big play. So 57, well done to the majority of teams that have him. Bo Nix was good with 58. Kirk Cousins with 53. Brock Purdy and Jared Goff getting the half century. JJ McCarthy, if you held him, repaid the faith this week with a 49. The Seattle kicker with a 48. So very expensive, but well done if you've got him. Tyron Tracy, so we have traded him out a couple of weeks ago, but he's looking pretty good there at New York. If you've still got him, well done. No massive cheapies jumped out. Darren Waller, I think, got a couple of touchdowns, so that was helpful. But yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary there. In terms of break evens this week, for those that still have trades, obviously Kyle Pitts, number one, with a negative 41. Tony Pollard's been good the last couple of weeks, so now he's got a negative 28 break even. Up against Kansas City without Mahomes. I don't know, might continue a good run there. Dawson Knox, I think he's had a couple of good weeks too, particularly with Kincaid out a little while back. But yeah, cheaper option at tight end. JJ McCarthy, probably no value trading him from like a Shador or anything. Um, yeah, so Torrey Horton still hasn't got back on the field. Blake Corum's got good break even. I guess Brady Cook probably looks like the cheapie of the week, given that he's 3.6 mil and is playing. Um, but I don't know if he will feature here. But probably the one you would have to consider is Gardner Minshew, or like 12 mil. That's not cheap, but nice matchup against the Titans this week. So if you are looking for a sort of cheaper quarterback, he's one I'd consider. Um, Other than that, don't know. Bill got a touchdown, so maybe cheap at running back. Um, yeah, not too much. But again, at this stage, you're probably not too worried. You're just taking bottom dollar cheapies, even if they're not necessarily playing, and getting these upside picks to finish your team. So speaking of which, the team for this week. So we'll keep an eye out, but given that it is Thursday night and it is against Seattle anyway, I think we can pretty comfortably bench Adams. I don't think he will play. Um, so JJ will put on field. We'll play Mitchell at a pinch if we have to, but yeah, happy enough with that. But because it is the Thursday night game, we can look at VCing one of these wide receivers, and I'm going to go Nakua just because he's unreal. Probably commands a few more targets now with Adams out, and Stafford's on that MVP campaign trail, so we'll back Nakua in to do the business there. Running back, so Green Bay against Chicago is not the worst matchup for Jacobs, but we'll just stick with the big four, I think. Atlanta's got Arizona, which is okay. I mean, the other matchup, they're all pretty matchup proof, if we're being honest. So, Indy against San Fran. So, McCaffrey and Taylor up against each other on Monday Night Football. And Gibbs is there against Pittsburgh. So, yeah, I think we'll stick with them. So, I guess the question week on week is probably going to be Fannin or Warren. Since Cleveland played Buffalo this week, so I might just stick with Fannin. So Baltimore against New England. So the two kickers play each other. So that's an interesting matchup. Hmm. Might go Borealis, I think. I have a feeling New England's going to win that, even though it is at Baltimore. And then Tampa are playing Carolina. I guess that's usually like a straight selection, but Carolina is in the playoff contention. So, but New England against Baltimore, and we've got Lamar, so we won't sort of death ride Lamar too much. So we'll just keep the Bucks on field, um, and then Josh Allen as captain is pretty obvious this week. I think against, albeit Cleveland's defense is quite good. It's usually their attack that's an issue. Um, but yeah, we'll back Josh Allen in as captain. Lamar won't get a sniff of the captaincy for the rest of the season, I would have thought. So, yeah, that's the team going into week 16. Um, so, yeah, so good luck if you're still in the playoffs. If you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the NFL content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.